Okay, folks, so we're in for a treat. This one is what not to ask a woman who's wearing a burqa.
What are you wearing underneath?
You can't be a feminist and be wearing that.
Go back to your own country.
Are you a terrorist? Islam is so oppressive.
I don't know what Islam you've been talking about, B.
You don't know what Islam they're talking about. Interesting.
Are you a ninja?
Oh yeah, because Muslim women are often confused for ninjas. Wow.
Do you want me to show you what a ninja does?
I think it's more offensive to actual ninjas.
She's right. This might be more offensive to actual ninjas.
I have been called ninja many a time.
Because we have no skills at all.
But I do take kickboxing. I wish I would. It'd be so sick, innit?
Ninja is not the trend at the moment. It's more of the terrorist one.
And the thing is, when people stare, I don't mind because I'm like, okay, it's something different.
Smile.
Yeah, how'd you smile?
Okay, so a Muslim woman wants to know how to smile in a burqa.
Okay, are you being forced to wear that?
Oh, yeah?
I think that's a common question.
Yeah. And I like curiosity,
Yeah.
That's a nice thing, but the element of ignorance just really winds me up.
Well, considering in many Islamic nations, women are forced to wear this stuff. So it's a reasonable question. It really is. Just don't be ignorant. What kind of statement is that?
It's so much better to just say, oh, why do you wear that? Open questions are beautiful.
Modesty is a really big part of our religion.
I want to point out that they both looked over to the side at the same time as if to ask, did we say that right? Because here's the thing, Muslim men are not expected to control themselves. That's why they're covered up that way, because otherwise they're asking to get raped.
Hijab is basically like covering, right?
We describe this as a niqab.
The headscarf as a hijab, but what we both are wearing, the whole thing is called hijab.
I think some women are actually having to fight to be able to wear it.
I'm sure there are some women in France fighting to wear one, but I'm pretty sure there are more women fighting from having to wear one. You know, in places like Saudi Arabia.
And the truth is, we're a minority within a minority.
Maybe in other countries people are being forced.
First of all, 1.6 billion is not a minority. Second of all, you might be a minority among Muslim women who are free to not have to wear one, but the women who are forced into having one can't. They don't have that option. And what do you mean, maybe some women are forced to wear one? Even in free countries like Britain and United States, if their husbands demand they wear one, guess what? They're gonna have to wear one.
Sharia law!
Because what happens is people see Muslim women, and Muslim women in Sudan, Muslim women in Saudi, Muslim women in Nigeria, Muslim women in Canada.
We're not a monolith culture. We're not. Why is it that we're all connected to the rest of the entire world and have to answer to the 1.6 billion Muslims in the world?
Well, that's because you're all reading the Quran, and you all use the Quran as the reasons for what you do and don't do. Pretty simple.
You're so lucky you don't have to wear makeup.
To be honest, yeah.
I mean, I do wear makeup. You just can't see it.
I never wear any makeup ever.
The niqab is so practical.
Once I just put my face veil on and just go.
Less time, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Once upon a time I used to cake, but I have come across lots of niqabis, and everyone is at different levels, at different stages. I had the naked palette, I had Anastasia palette, literally you name it.
I saw this really funny thing in someone's yearbook, and she was a niqabi, and under her little description she said, I only wear this to give you other girls a chance.
Well, I know that some parts of Islam nations don't allow makeup because that's vain and it's not modest. So, again, you guys are not living in an Islamic nation. You might have a different mindset if you had.
Go back to your own country.
Oh, child, you didn't say that
Canada?
to me.
I'm born here, where am I going? I wouldn't have anywhere to go.
I'm Pakistani, I've never been to Pakistan.
Well, maybe you all should go visit an Islamic nation and know what it's like to not be able to drive or leave your house without a male guardian who very well may be much younger than you, like a son. Maybe you should go try living in these places and then let us know how you feel about Islam and Sharia law.
Do you appreciate British values?
I have fish and chips. I can make a good fish and chips. I can make a wicked batter without beer. I use
What about the
sparkling water.
peas?
I'm sorry, but fish and chips is not a British value. It's a British food. Kinda, sorta. Because we have fish fingers here, and our chips just happen to be potato chips instead of French fries. Not much of a difference overall.
You've got to have
No,
green
what about the
peas.
curry sauce?
When it's a problem, something happens. But when you want your curry, when you want your samosas, when you want the glitter, when you want to put bindis on your forehead to go to Wireless Festival, it's all good.
Were you born in Whibbs Cross?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back there, bro.
Not a single Muslim woman came up with a British value. Food is not a value. A number of non-Muslims actually use curry and a lot of different spices. This is ridiculous. Not one single British value came up.
I think that's going to rile you up.
You can't be a feminist and be wearing a burqa.
Now, I actually think you can be a feminist and wear a burqa, because those who are feminists want equal rights and who are in Islamic nations and being forced to wear a burqa, they're doing their best to be activists for women's rights so they don't have to wear a burqa. But see, what you're doing is you're advancing and promoting women being forced to wear them. Why aren't you out there fighting for them? Nope, you're sitting around bragging about how you believe in British values because you make a really good fish and chips without using beer. Bravo, bravo.
If anybody was to say that to me, they would be like, oh, she's the biggest feminist you can find.
I'm treated like the queen in my home. And every woman should be treated like that.
It doesn't make sense to me because you're sitting here and you're saying, oh, but you're oppressed and we want to help you and we want to do this, but you're not letting me do what I want to. You're not letting me be free.
And you're nowhere to be found to fight for the women in Islamic nations and high Islamic Sharia law pushing families, forcing them to wear a burqa, where they want to be free and not have to. Where are you then?
Yes, there are some cultural practices that maybe oppresses women, but it's cultural. It's never been Islamic.
If it's only cultural, then riddle me this. Why is it these cultures are able to pull text out of the Quran to justify the oppression of women if it's never Islam?
If feminism is about a woman's right to make her own choices, then this is one of it.
And by the way, we don't undermine a woman who does not wear the face veil or the hijab at all. I respect her completely.
And again, where is your respect for women who are being forced to wear it?
Don't all your photos look the same?
I think I have the same face. It should look the same.
Oh! I have an Instagram feed, right? And it's banging.
And I take photos without my niqab on.
Honestly, who are asking these questions? 4-year-olds? Maybe. Grown adults? No.
Yeah, we get dressed up with curl hair.
I am into the 50s vintage dresses.
I would never have been able to tell you're into the 50s vintage dresses. If you're really into it, why aren't you wearing it?
We put makeup on, we look good.
A lot of people can say that, oh, you look the same. How can you tell this person from that person?
The eyes, we all have different eyes.
Yeah.
You have
And that's
different
how you know
personalities. When
it
their
is.
friendship's true. When you can tell who they are through the niqab.
What are you hiding there?
A bomb.
So, bomb jokes are now funny within the Muslim community. Thanks for being moderate.
There's so many people who are wearing clothes. They're wearing jackets, they're wearing hoodies. Does everybody have a bomb underneath?
Speak to me, listen to my laugh, yeah? That's the first thing you need to do to know that I can't harm you.
You know, this bomb thing has been said to me many times.
ISIS will come for me, do you understand?
Exactly.
They don't care.
Exactly.
They don't care about if it's Tom, Dick or Harry. If it's me or if it's some Fatima or Bilal on the street, they will go for them as well.
What they'll go after are the fake Muslims, and they might consider you to be a fake Muslim because you're not adhering to the Quran.
I remember whenever, something happened in the media, instantly, as soon as a conversation came up where people wanted to talk about it, I became ready to defend my religion. That's not okay.
Well, you need to defend your religion because it's your religion that's being used verbatim from the text of the Quran to do the very barbaric things that are being done across the globe in the name of Allah.
It's not our problem. We don't know why they did it, and it's got nothing to do with us.
Well, they're doing it verbatim from the text in the Quran. So maybe you should go read it for yourself sometime.
People come and ask me, why did your people do that? Why is ISIS like this? I don't know.
Well. They're not my people. We're not boys.
Do you really think that this has to do with boys being boys? What do you mean, we're not boys, so we don't know anything about this? What are you talking about?
Why would you wear that?
That's a question I like and I respect because it's not judging you, it's just asking you.
I am wearing it for God.
And since you are wearing it for God, who told you it was for God? That would be Muhammad. The guy who married a 6-year-old girl and then had sex with her, consummated the marriage when she was 9. That's who told you to wear it. It's from the same book that ISIS uses. Congratulations.
It's my own spiritual journey.
Because in the end of the day, this is just a piece of cloth.
It's an act of worship, and I love doing it, and I live it.
But it's why I wear it that gives me purpose.
It is who I am. This is my identity.
Yeah, there's been times in my life where I consider taking it off.
I do appreciate that in this country that we do have the right to be able to wear it.
But do you appreciate the fact that millions of Muslim women have to wear it? There is no choice.
The stares that I get, the comments that I get in the street, but it had also to do with sometimes with my own Muslim community where I struggled.
It's not just Muslim women who are modest. There are so many different religions and different types of people who practice modesty in different ways.
What you're wearing is beyond being, quote, modest. You're completely covered up. All I can see are your eyeballs and your hands.
This is something that I feel that whenever I do it, I feel that spiritual thing in my heart, and it just boosts me up.
I'm getting palpitations.
Yeah.